be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss, you're mad!
The Lodge ordered Demoven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too. You're finished, Islehart. There will be a trial, due process. Everything as it should be. But no,
eu joguei o primeiro, tô jogando o segundo e pretendo jogar o
you shall
terceiro
be
também.
convicted of conspiracy,
A história é muito
treason,
boa, vale a
and
pena.
regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the
Não
eye.
sei como é que é, querida.
Force them to lower their gaze. Do you remember?
Sintax, muito
A
obrigada
king
pelo seu
must
follow.
never show
Muito bem.
weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
Me...
We will talk again, witch.
The Philippa Eilhart problem has been resolved. We must return to camp.
Wait here, Excellency. We'll scout ahead.
Sara, sai Europa. Pera, deixa eu tirar isso ali. Qual o seu elo em que, querido? Pronto, já voltou.
Intruder! Get him!
Não, acho que não era isso que eu queria fazer, não é?
Long live the Emperor!
Ah, não sabia onde você tava, moço. Deixa eu pegar meu boot. Desmaiado.
You're not easy to find.
Look what they did to me. Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me!
You'll answer a few questions first. Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
I didn't track you alone. Yorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Yorvith and all like him have no right to judge others.
Was Shillard telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child, but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Se eu ajudar ela, será que a Pris fica cega? Espero que não.
All right, but if you're lying to me...
Unbind me and lead the way. We must return through the sewers.
The shackles stay on, and you'll go first.
Shillard will raise the alarm.
No, he won't. We'll be long gone by the time he comes to.
Kill him.
I'm not into murdering unconscious old men. Lead on. No tricks, Phil.
I want to get out of here, and I want to live.
I believe that. Can you walk? Sure you won't faint on me?
I'll manage. Will you remove my shackles?
The manacles stay on.
That gun came. Who did this to her?
It was Radovid's way of thanking her for the care she provided him when he was a child.
I saw him with his army on his way to the talks, whistling a tune.
Get me out of here!
Shut up, witch! You're alive only because you're still needed.
Philippa's promised to help us in exchange for her freedom.
And you believe her?
Know a better way to free Saskia? What state is Saskia in now?
I've ordered her to carry out Sheila's bidding until I return.
Great. And Sheila will be at the talks?
Yes. She's probably there already, making certain the Lodge's plans do not fall through.
Did you order Foltest murdered?
No!
Shillard claimed that Triss testified.
Triss doesn't know what she's talking about. The Lodge exists, and Triss has lost our trust. All that is true. But Foltest's assassination? That was not my order.
Não foi a Shelly que mandou?
What's Sheila supposed to safeguard?
Bebam água. Tá?
The restitution of the Council and Conclave, and the creation of a strong, independent state with Saskia as its leader.
With
Vai lá,
what
filha.
aim?
As a bulwark, a defense against Nilfgaard. After years of chaos and destruction, the time has come to build. We wish to rule, yes. Where is the fault in that? Everyone wants to rule. And I know how to do that. Better than any other monarch in this city.
You can't hope to win the common folks' trust. Humans will never accept a sorceress queen.
Non-humans won't either, given what that old hag Finderbear has achieved.
They all believe in Saskia. They all trust her. The girl is a born leader, yet she has no political instincts. She's charismatic but not cunning, courageous but not fierce. She is just but lacks the required cruelty.
She is your very opposite.
Perhaps together we would be unstoppable.
What would you have done if Saskia hadn't been poisoned? If a certain foolish witcher hadn't gathered the potion ingredients?
I would have sought other means, but I couldn't miss that opportunity.
How do we free Saskia?
I have charmed a dagger with a counterspell. You must thrust it into the she-dragon's heart.
You mean you're
Hello.
half witch? Do you mock us?
There is no other way. She must be struck with surgical precision, otherwise the counterspell won't work. All the blade's runes must touch blood, and its point must pierce a chamber of her heart.
We'll need to hold her down somehow.
Hold down a dragon? This is ridiculous. She's lying, Geralt. I don't trust her. Why would she even need this dagger? In a minute we'll hear that she planned to free Saskia herself.
Any time you cast a spell or a curse, you must have a counterspell at the ready. It's a basic rule of magic. I prepared the dagger just before I cast the spell, in case anything went awry.
A basic rule, but I don't know many mages who follow it. Where's the dagger?
My quarters. In Geoffrey Monk's former home, inside a well-secured chest.
I know the house.
Yorvith, know any way to get to Philippa's quarters unnoticed?
Through this sewer. We may encounter monsters, but we'll gain a lot of time.
Keep an eye on her. I'll go ahead.
Ai, obrigada. Andar naquela velocidade não ia rolar, não.
There's something in there. I avoided this place earlier.
Knowing you would probably handle all the stress.
Eu odeio esses bichos que explodem, velho. Aham, explodiu e mata o outro. Ah. Não entendendo nada.
What guarantee do I have that you'll set me free?
None.
If your dagger fails to work, or Saskia perishes from the blow, you'll be next. And be assured,
Oxe, eu vou te porra.
You dream of that.
This place looks just like the last.
Same stench, too. Wait here.
Slow down. I can't keep up this pace.
The sooner you give us the dagger, the sooner you can lick your wounds, bitch.
Pain-killing spells require focus and precision. I cannot manage...
Geralt, you'd best check the room before we enter. I don't like this.
Neither do I.
Ué. Ué. Ai, velho, esse bicho explode nessa desgraça.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Unshackle me. Remove the dimeritium. I can help you.
Shut up!
Evoluí.
Is this the chest?
Describe it.
It's heavy, covered in runes. There's a circle and candles on the floor.
Yes, the very chest in which Geoffrey Monk kept his most valuable treasures. The dagger's inside.
How do we bloody open it?
The candles must be lit in a specific order. I figured it out. My notes are downstairs. After that, a simple spell will suffice. Remove my shackles.
Geralt, do you know this ritual?
Only a mage can perform it.
Shut up!
I need to look at the notes first. After I light the candles, we'll remove the dimeritium, and you'll open the chest.
Cadê? Ah, tá ali. As notas. Isso. Aqui, velho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Não, pera aqui. Eu vou ter que anotar isso. Ó, na hora, as chances de eu não conseguir fazer. Cinco. No meio é sempre o 5. E aqui. Tá. Vamos ver se a gente consegue fazer alguma coisa com isso. Pera, qual que é o primeiro? Pera, eu acendi? Ah, tá acesa? Tá. Não, guarda de volta. 2. 3. 4.
They went out.
Tá, então se não é esse. 1. 2. 3. Entendeu? Tá. Sim.
It worked.
Now unshackle me. I'll open the chest with a spell.
Neither of us can utter it.
It's not something you learn in a moment. A trained
Eu tô
mage
presa
is
dentro do
needed to
bagulho.
cast spells. The candles are lit. We need to hurry. Do as I say before I lose consciousness.
Try anything clever and you will die.
Said Asidasido Isenduai. You can lift the spell binding her, but she will never be human.
She's more than a Dwan. Someone who restored hope to the Enshe.
She's a monster. If you think she can rule a realm of humans and elves herself,
Face it, Devian!
you'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
Look out, Geralt!
Claro. Agora tenho... Ai, claro, mais um pra bater.
Beautiful.
Mas agora tem uma coruja cega voando por aí. Muito bom.
Look out!
Damn it.
Opa. Que isso, velho? Ah, ele vai colocando esse bagulho no chão.
Bloody barrier! I can't penetrate it! Amazing fight, Gwynblade! Get the dagger and let's get out of here!
Let's hope this blade'll do the trick.
A strange weapon. Never seen anything like it. I hope it works. Too bad Eilhart won't tell us
Mano, eu vou ter que
anything
ter um
more.
coração, um bagulho no coração de alguém. Torcendo para que seja verdade.
Philippa will be far away by now. She was in pain. Let's hope that kept her honest.
She's bound to recover quickly and promptly return to conspiring.
She's out of the game for now. Keep in mind that the other sorceresses are here. Philippa may inform Sheila.
Or command the dragon.
I won't be surprised if I'm forced to fight Saskia. Confused by spells, she won't understand we want to help her.
Claro, vocês vão
probably
tentar
right.
enfiar uma adaga no coração dela,
Please
querido.
don't kill her. Unless you must do so to save your own life.
Time to join the talks.
I'll go ahead and see what we can expect.
Spellbreaker. Vamos ver aqui. Nós temos 5 pontos para distribuir. Não era esse que eu queria, querido. Gosto de uma redução de dano. Beleza. Onde agora eu quero colocar ponto? Em alquimia ou mágica? Eu não sei qual coisa que é o quê. Pera. Eu utilizo Igni. Esse Queen é Shield. Tá, Queen é Shield. Esse daqui de controlar a mente, ó. Gênero, fogo, não faço ideia. E o de empurrar. Dan final. O que é isso aqui? Queen. Intensidade de sinal. Oh, esse aqui é nice de adquirir, hein? Mas, deixa eu ver esse aqui de baixo. Vitalidade. Bora. Ei, Ana, como é que foi a série, querida? Deixa eu ver se tem mais coisa pra funcionar na casa dela. Eu não sabia que essa porta ia me tirar de lá, não. A gente veio dali pro esgoto. Não, então é pra ir embora mesmo. Pera, o quê? Como é que eu cheguei ali?
Leave the
Oh.
royal courts. Pour venom into rulers' ears no more. It's not too
Uma
late
vez
to
time
repent.
rolando. Eu não consigo passar por aqui, não? Consigo? Consigo.
In a hurry to see the deliberations?
Here on urgent business.
Your dress seems to confirm it. Excuse you indeed. I suppose I couldn't much care. I've heard what I came to hear.
And what, pray tell, was that?
The rightful heir will ascend to the Eternian throne. There will be peace in the land. What more could one want?
Uai, nice, Ana.
Stennis is here?
King Stennis. Crowned 2 days past in Vengerberg. Merely send a messenger here. All those present promptly agreed that he will make a good ruler.
Bruxo ficou pistola.
Prince Stennis. A poisoner, coward, and schemer. He trembled with disgust when he spoke to the peasants. Disdain flowed from him like vomit. But he didn't deserve to be lynched. That was not the justice Saskia fought for. Prince Stennis I, son of Demavend III, became the 17th king of Aedirn. He won the hearts of the people. They saw him as the hope of the nation. The realm, ravaged by war, needed a ruler sensitive to the plight of his subjects. King Stennis I was just that.
Oi, ó.
I see you took care of the guards.
I hate those monastic curs.
They're not paragons of virtue, true, but they were just doing their job.
Then they didn't do it well enough. Can we go now?
Yes, let's go.
Time to finish it.
Whether you like it or not, John Natalis, Temeria will be divided.
For the good of the entire North.
the united forces of Kedwin and Redania will end the fighting among the Elder Houses and secure peace from Gorsvelen to Ellender. At present, Temeria is starting to resemble the Pontar Valley.
Which, if I understand correctly, is currently controlled by Edirn.
You are mistaken, Radovid. Vergen is free.
Free? What precisely does that mean?
Lormark is not Kedwin's, and Edirn no longer controls Upper Edirn. We have rejected Prince Stennis.
King Stennis?
And handed King Henselt's army a resounding defeat.
Your forces, my dear lass, are nothing but a motley array of rebellious peasants and elven brigands. Sooner or later, they will need to swear allegiance to someone, or they will be defeated and dispersed.
The peoples of the Pontar Valley will swear allegiance to me, Queen Saskia. As an independent realm, we hereby speak in favor of reconstituting the Council and Conclave.
You're a lovely girl, but you issue from common stock. The sole crown you are worthy of donning is a wreath woven of wildflowers. Redania will recognize no other coronation.
In that case, you must choose, King Radovid. Will you carve up Temeria, or march on the Pontar Valley? Henselt, last of the line of the unicorns, has sworn to recognize the Pontar Valley as a free realm. Philippa Eilhart witnessed it.
Philippa Eilhart is in my dungeon, awaiting trial for treason.
She was in your dungeon, Radovid, but is no longer. She will sit at my side in Vergen as my royal advisor.
Everything we did in Vergen will be in vain.
There's still hope. We have the dagger.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous Conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The Conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The Conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the Northern Kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the Conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanseville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
My kings, before you sign this document, please hear me out.
Excellency, with all due respect, this matter does not concern Nilfgaard in the least.
I am here at King Henselt's bidding. Will you deny my right to speak?
What is the meaning of this?
This man tried to kill me this morning. He attempted to take an Imperial envoy's life in your lands.
I presume he was interrogated.
He confessed. Foltest and Demiven died by his hand. He also revealed the identity of his employers.
Sorceresses. They helped me with my assassinations.
Speak on.
The Lodge of Sorceresses sought to remove those rulers who acted against the will of mages.
Lodge of Sorceresses?
We have compiled a list. Philippa Eilhart, Margarita Loantil, Triss Merigold, Kira Metz, Francesca Findaber, Ida Emin, and finally, Sheila de Tanseville. To my deepest regret, 2 Nilfgaardian sorceresses, Asira Varanahid and Fringa de Vigo, were also members. The Emperor will deal with them accordingly.
Our queen left to powder her nose.
Ué.
Your Majesty, what's the meaning of this?
Arrest them all. Your document will have to wait, honorable sorcerers.
You have no right.
Surrender now if you don't want another massacre, this time in Lochnawen. A court of law will reveal the traitors.
Tururu. ¿Qué? Claro, né, velho? Oi, Saskia.
Geralt! We're trapped! I can't get through! Sheila! You must get Sheila!
Não, sai.
Stand back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me, not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you. How do you like my dragon?
Ah, eu tenho que derrotar o dragão. Como?
Kill him now!
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Caralho, moça. Deixa eu decidir se eu vou participar ou não, porra.
Farewell! Something's not right! The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
You waited long enough. Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard, where you'll find Yennefer of Vengerberg. Farewell, Witcher.
Eu não devia ter ajudado, né? Ah, o dragão. Caralho.
Come on!
Vai, a daguinha no coração. Não. Ué. Oh. Eu não quero te matar, amada. O jogo não deixa eu matar ela. Afinal de contas, esse não é o propósito. Ataca! Ai! Não era pra ter sido assim. Levanta, Geraldo. Me... Não era pra ela ter ficado presa ali. Ela vai sobreviver, mesmo tendo sido empalada naquele bagulho. Ah, tá.
I think we can skip the niceties.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Yet I sense your readiness to fight on.
We were fighting to the death just minutes ago.
I understand. I believe I owe you part of my treasure. Family tradition and all.
No need. Can you make it back to Vergen?
I think so. I've always healed quickly in the past.
Can you tell me what'll happen to Yorvith now?
Let's be honest. He's a terrorist. I'll not lie about
Ana,
him
não
nor
matei não.
whitewash
Fiquei
his
com medo
deeds.
que eu tivesse matado.
He must earn
Não matei
respect
não.
on his own, and perhaps, a few generations on, humans will forget.
Did you intend just to use him?
Geralt, Yorvith has killed more humans than you've eaten chickens. He's not one to be used. It's not that simple. He came to believe in me and knew from the start what we were fighting for. He made a choice.
Sure you don't know what I'm talking about? Those baby doe eyes, that intense, misty gaze, the pouting.
We shared a cause, fought side by side.
Yorvith did and would do anything for you. Question is, what are you prepared to do for him?
There will always be a place for the Scoia'tael in the free Pontar Valley. As to Yorvith himself, I've heard many say crude things about us. Thing is, as long as I can remember, I've found dwarves fascinating. Must be a dragon thing. And though preferable to a human, an elf would be a compromise.
Philippa took advantage of the chaos and escaped. Think she could reveal your secret?
It's nothing I can control. I don't intend to pursue her. We may or may not meet again, but I shall leave that to fate.
She's not one to give up easily. I think she'll come after you again, try to take control, as soon as she's done licking her wounds.
I shall be cautious next time, and I know much more about Eilhart than she would ever wish.
More than she would wish. Interesting.
I obeyed Philippa, but I was not blind. We were close, and Eilhart could not keep all her secrets concealed. I know her weakness, something that can destroy her in an instant.
Valuable and dangerous knowledge.
Precisely why I'll keep it to myself.
You know, you're not the first dragon I've talked to.
You met my father, Villain Trettenmirth, known also as Bork 3 Jackdaws.
I thought he couldn't have children.
He thought so as well.
Polymorphing. Did you get that from him?
Just a hint of it. I can only assume one human form. He could transform into anyone he liked.
You also don't have his quickness and reflexes. And I don't think I saw a single golden scale on you.
Nor do I have his mustache or paunch. Sorry to disappoint you.
Professional curiosity. Forgive me. Where is Bork these days?
Who can know that? He taught me what he thought I should know and flew off yonder. It's the dragon's way. And he gave me my name.
Synthesis, if I heard right.
I prefer being Saskia.
Sheila and Philippa have lost. The Lodge has been defeated.
That's good, though temporary. I fear we shall hear of them again.
You know, Emir's armies have crossed the Yaruga.
I expected as much, as did Philippa. We defeated the Edirnian lords and Henselt. With a bit of luck, we'll defeat the Emperor as well.
Amor, eu acho que a gente ficou todo tempo aqui na live. Exatamente, você nunca ficou tudo isso mesmo. Ah, não, tá bom. Eu acho.
Time I was on my way.
You shall always be a welcome guest in Vergen. I underline guest.
Don't worry. I'm only ever a visitor.
I know. Sometimes I wish I could see the future, like my father.
And sometimes it's better to be surprised.
Farewell, Witcher.
Conquista alcançada. Coração de dragão. Curou. Uma vez na água suficiente. As bruxas se fuderam. Caralho, arrancou a cabeça dela. Massa! Ó, Felipe, do olhinho é muito bom, velho.
sire. In the beginning, there was chaos.
Che susto, pura.
What happened to Saskia?
She's alive. Wounded from our scrap, but alive. She impaled herself on a tree, and then I had to use that dagger. But she'll make it. Mountain air is good for a dragon's hide.
You're the most noble human I know, Gwynblade.
I'm no human.
I'm glad you reminded me. My hatred for the species abated for a moment.
What about Letho?
Strange thing. He sits in the Temerians' former camp. I believe he awaits you.
How do you know?
I saw him. He's got Triss.
Let's go. Tell me what happened here on the way.
While you were fighting Saskia, the city was staged to a bloody spectacle.
The players?
There were many. At first, it was a hunt for the traitors, but it soon turned into a hunt for all mages. And there were a few skirmishes between Kedweni, Redanian, and Temerian troops. Rape, pillage, and murder. Not necessarily in that order. The pastimes of the Order's pious knights. And the regular troops soon followed suit. The kings, with their choice units, left the city just after the dragon attacked.
And the Nilfgaardians?
Remained neutral. That is to say, they shot anyone who dared approach their camp.
When we're done with you, you'll be a lump of whimpering meat.
Elf! Killed a non-human.
Que dó de vocês. Tá passando dano aí, Orbe?
Beasts! Bloody sons of bitches!
Will you be all right?
Yes, thank you. Leave me.
What happened here?
When the summit ended, we hid in one of the houses, but they found us. They cut off both my sister's hands so she wouldn't cast spells. But I managed to escape. They caught me here.
Let's go, Gwynblade. This is madness. Loch Muin has changed. That's what it looks like now.
I think I heard something.
Imperial troops.
Long live the Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
Oj, Orbe, real, velho. Tá tentando mesmo.
Finish your story.
I managed to sneak into the Nilfgaardian camp. It was relatively quiet there. Then I saw Letho leading Triss out.
They let him go?
No one dared stop him. I followed him. I think he noticed me, but didn't seem to care. Once the fighting died down, he went to the former Temerian camp.
Is Triss all right?
Yes. Letho defended her from marauders.
Pra cá que eu tenho que ir, não é? É, posso ir pra ali. Então é pra lá. E aí, teus aí, boa noite.
Stop, Yorvith.
Oh, Deus, minha quarentena tá normal, não mudou nada pra mim, não.
This is between the two of us.
Eu
Take
nunca
care
fui
of Triss
testado.
until I return.
Your choice.
Mine, indeed.
Ah lá,
There's one more
velho,
thing
por
you
que
need
o
to
arco
know.
dele tá sempre
Nilfgaard's armies have crossed the Yoruba.
puxado?
War is inevitable.
Minha muito obrigada pelo favor, seja muito bem-vindo.
Don't get killed.
Você viu, amor?
Farewell, Yorvith.
O arco dele tá
If I
tipo
don't return within
tensionado.
the hour, find Saskia and leave without me. Are you all right?
Yes. He saved me from the Nilfgaardians and defended me from the troops.
It's time to end this. Yorvith's waiting. I'll catch up with you soon.
Geralt, he knows a lot.
I know, Triss. That's why we need to talk.
Don't get killed, Witcher.
I won't.
Isso é ruim pra um arco. Ah lá, velho, o arco dele é tensionado permanentemente, ah lá. Fala, cuzão.
Took you a while?
Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the royal witch hunters have in store for her.
Bartender Debbie, muito obrigada pela sua raid. Sejam todos muito bem-vindos.
So, ready
Como
to lay your
estamos?
cards
Como
out on
foram
the
de
table?
live?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their
Bartender,
cards.
muito obrigada pelo seu follow.
I love that moment. But first, vodka.
Muito bom. Não.
I only drink with friends.
What about old acquaintances? Eh?
Não.
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back.
Como assim, Bartender?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
The winter solstice 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Back with me, friend. Got
Ah,
the feeling
entendi,
you left
Bartender.
for a minute.
E Viagra Senpai, boa noite.
Remember the Hanged Man's
Eu não
Tree,
jogo
the
jogos
Wild
de
Hunt.
terror,
Remember the
suspense,
exchange.
esse negócio assim não.
Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
No, pera,
Nope.
tá vendo enquanto ali, ó.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
Quanta conversa que eu tenho
She
com
was
esse cara, né?
feverish for several days, delirious, in agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums, trying to seduce orcs, trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful, no violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the Northern Kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me.
Só que eu não sei, né, amado?
And a couple of folks whose word isn't worth
Eu perdi a memória,
anymore.
cuzão.
I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way. But if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
Nunca te vi como um inimigo, mas eu matei um rei e deixei a culpa pra ti, amigão. Só.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
Só.
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Sarret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's Tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea. But that's not your concern.
Grosso. Falei tudo que eu ia falar com ele, né?
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
Será que ele me mata mesmo? Sei não. Mas aí a pergunta que fica é, contra um bruxo, eu luto com a espada de humano ou com a espada de monstro?
Time to fight. Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Eu vou muito morrer pra ele.
Death.
Stop whining and fight.
Cadê esse aqui, ó?
I said fight.
Ai, porra. Doeu.
The wolf has teeth.
And they're sharp.
I'm better. I can tell already.
Of course.
Cadê seu escudo,
You
cuzão?
tire quickly.
I'm tired of your talking.
Ah, eu não vou matar ele. Se tem cinemática, eu não vou matar ele. Nice demais, viu? Mas aí, se fosse eu jogando, não tinha levado essa espadada, tá vendo? Resolveu deixar a cinemática se fudeu. Oh, não! E morreu todo mundo. Aí vem aquela, né? Tecnicamente um bruxo não pode matar o outro. Mas sei lá, ele era das víboras, eu sou dos lobinhos. Será que dá ruim danada, né? O arco tensionado dele eu não dou conta. Eu tô na frente, vocês não estão vendo. Mas vocês ainda vão ter muitas oportunidades, porque só arco vive tensionado. Mano, olha o tamanho desse cara. Por que eu não luteei? Pensa quanta coisa que esse cara tinha. Aquela joia Hilde motherfucker que ele enfiou no cu quando me achou. Eu quero aquilo. Por que o jogo não deixou eu lutear? Hoje me mande. Matei, porra. Ele matou a porra de um rei que eu tava protegendo e deixou eu pra tomar a culpa aqui, ó. Pau no cu dele. Ô, Joaninha. Caralho, que Joanão, porra. Quanto que a Joaninha fica desse tamanho na minha mão? Capaz. Ah, nem quem que foi isso enchendo o saco porque eu matei o Leto? Amei, faz de novo. Ah, tá. Velho, o arco sempre tensionado dele eu não tava. É o super poder do arco dele, tá sempre duro.
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. Along the way, he had met both the righteous and scoundrels, Bernard Laredo amongst the latter. Laredo sold Flotsam to Kedwin and scattered the local non-humans to the four winds.
Claro.
Flotsam became a military base. Its civilian population was
Tá bom,
resettled.
show. Fico no aguardo. Me gusta musiquinhas
In
novas.
Edirn, the Witcher witnessed Saskia the Dragon Slayer achieve a great victory. The Pontar Valley, previously Upper Edirn, became a promised land for outcasts who dared dream of freedom. Even sly old Zoltan Chive came to believe in this land of bliss. Yet dark times approached for the architects of the New Order. Dark clouds have been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwin divided it between them. A tempest descended on the north, at least partly the work of manipulative mages. It seemed the turmoil in Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin would benefit them most. Common folk turned against sorceresses and all magic freaks, witchers included. Castles that had hitherto welcomed mavens of the magic arts now shut their gates to any who sought shelter there. A witch hunt ensued. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses.
Claro,
Who
né,
could have known
Dandelion?
this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Acabou? Não. Tá faltando hora de jogo aí? Cadê minhas 50 horas de jogo que você prometeu? Não. Não. Não, velho. Sério? Não, tu não tinha me prometido 50 horas. Não, calma aí. Cadê? Mano, que velho. Será que acabou porque eu matei o Leto? Será, Vitor? Não. Não. Ah, é, Vinícius? Nossa, quase que eu morri do coração. Mas, porra, velho, o bagulho aqui falou que a história completa eram 60 e tantas horas. Aí eu tô assim, beleza, eu claramente não vou fazer em 60 e tantas horas porque eu não vou conseguir fazer tudo, né? Eu vou deixar uns bagulho pra trás. Vou perder muita coisa, tá? Mas, velho... Só isso? Não é possível. Não, pior que eu não deixei muita coisa. Teve uma missão no primeiro capítulo. No segundo capítulo, teve uma também que era pra eu ou matar o elfo ou matar a mulher lá. Treta de elfo que come demônio e demônio que come um monte de gente. E aí um queria que eu matasse o outro. Eu virei e falei, foda-se, não matei nenhum dos dois. Que capítulo que segue pra frente? Ah, nada. Oi, bruxeiro. Então, como quando a gente começa o jogo, ele decide a dificuldade dependendo de quantos monstros você conseguiu matar no início, claramente eu estava no fácil, porque eu demoro muito para pegar a mecânica de batalha. E como antes desse jogo eu estava jogando o belíssimo The Witcher 1, que o sistema de batalha dele é desgraçado de ruim, então eu cheguei nesse daqui daquele jeito, né, velho? Matei uns bonecos lá no início, tomei IK, ele virou e falou, tu vai jogar no Easy, amada. Aí eu, obrigada. Saudades. Ó. Aqui tá falando que a história principal, 35 horas. A principal e coisas extras, 46 horas. E completo não, mentira, que esse daqui é o 2. Esse dele é o 1, não é o 2 não. Tururu. Olhando do 1 é difícil, né, amada? Não, ó. História principal, 24 horas. História principal, mais algumas missões extras, 34 horas. E completo, 54 horas. E deixei o Leto só pra finalizar logo. Mano. eu vou fazer? Eu vou colocar o The Witcher 3 no resto de The Witcher que a gente vai ter na semana? Ou eu coloco tudo de My Time at Portia? Não, mentira. Eu não vou tacar tudo de My Time at Portia, não, vocês vão me abandonar. Bota outro jogo, Dragon Age. Mas, pô, por que rola? Eu não tava querendo colocar Dragon Age agora, porque eu joguei o The Witcher 1, joguei o The Witcher 2, aí eu vou deixar de jogar o último pra jogar Dragon Age 1, 2, pra rejogar o 3 e voltar pro The Witcher 3. Deixa eu terminar primeiro daí. Que eu vou jogar os Dragon Age, mas o que me mata é eu catar os Dragon Age pra deixar o The Witcher para... Aí todo mundo não faz ideia do que tá acontecendo, né? Vai parecer bem eu mesmo. Ai, tem gente me mandando mensagem nos stories porque eu corto, sabe, a minha bucha da cozinha. Minha bucha da cozinha não é do tamanho normal, eu corto ela no meio, então ela fica assim, ó. E pra mim é de boas, consigo lavar tudo, sem problema nenhum, e ainda dá, tipo assim. E aí quando ela estiver acabando, ao invés de eu ter que abrir uma nova, eu só vou pegar a outra metade dela. Eu acho muito mais. Aí tem um povo mandando mensagem pra mim no story, tipo assim, mano, que mirabolante. Velho, mira. Ai, será que vocês vão conseguir ver esse desenho? Ah, não dá pra ver direito, ó. Minha irmã de 14 anos, ela tá de parabéns com os desenhos que ela faz, deu pau. Ela tá fazendo o meu, que tá ficando lindo. Ô moço, sério, chega. Tô há 2 horas esperando acabar. Nó, coelho pelado. E make-up hair. Essas calças deles que parecem umas fraldonas. Olha que merda de fralda. Ai, amo, João. Bom é que mostra o cenário, eu já vejo as plantinhas que eu consigo catar, sabe? Aquela rosa ali atrás, eu tenho certeza que dá pra catar. É, meu querido, saia da frente. Se fudeu. Tá vivo? Mais ou menos. Dante Evil Hunter, muito obrigada pelo follow. Seja muito bem-vindo. Depois trancar. Não, botaram fogo na vila dele. Me... Caralho. Mataram as asas e colocaram fogo nas pessoas. Ó, gato, bom dia, Tanquinha. Por eu, pra você também. É colinho que você quer? O mundo como conhecemos está perto do fim, mas o passado ainda é a chave para o futuro. Tá. Vou fingir que eu sei o que isso significa. Vem só passar o rabo na minha cara e vai embora? Tá bom. Acabou, velho. Acabou.